Kids Tunes Miku, a collection of fairy tales and children's stories. Like and subscribe. The Princess and the Pea. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a young prince. He was kind, brave, and wise. Yet, there was one great longing in his heart. He wished to marry a true princess. But not just any princess would do. To the prince, a true princess had to be gentle, honest, and sensitive not only in heart, but also in spirit. So he set out on a long journey. Through forests with silver trees, across deserts that shimmered like gold, and over mountains that reached the clouds. But every princess he met never felt quite right. Some were beautiful, but too proud. Some were charming, but unkind. And with each journey, the prince returned home with a heavier heart. One stormy night, lightning split the sky. Thunder roared, shaking the castle walls. Rain poured down, filling the moat and sending villagers running for shelter. Suddenly knock, 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 a loud knocking echoed at the castle gate. The wise and cautious queen hurried to the gate with her servants. There stood a young maiden, drenched from the storm. Her golden hair clung to her cheeks, and her once elegant silk gown was torn and muddied. Yet, despite her ragged appearance, her eyes still shone with kindness and dignity. "Please," said the maiden softly, "let me shelter here tonight. I am a princess, but I am lost in the storm." The queen raised her brow. Many girls had claimed to be princesses before, but she always suspected they only sought the prince's hand. Could this one be different? The prince, peeking from behind the gate, felt something stir in his heart. The girl's gentle voice, her honesty, and the way she bowed politely despite her ruined gown made him believe her words. But the queen whispered, "We shall see if she truly is a real princess." That night, the queen prepared a secret test. She ordered the servants to place a single green pea at the bottom of a grand bed. On top of it, they stacked 20 thick mattresses, and above those, 20 soft feather blankets. The bed rose so high, the princess had to climb a golden ladder to reach the top. "If she is truly a princess," whispered the queen, "her delicate skin will feel that tiny pea, even beneath all these layers." The maiden politely thanked them, changed into dry nightclothes, and carefully climbed to the top of the towering bed. Weary from the storm, she lay down and tried to sleep. But the wind howled outside, rattling the castle windows. Inside the chamber, the maiden tossed and turned. "Thump! Ouch!" she whispered. "Rustle! Rustle!" She kept shifting, unable to find comfort. It felt as though something small, hard, and sharp was pressing into her back. Hour after hour passed, though her body ached with exhaustion. She could not sleep. She watched the moon rise and fall, counted the castle bells, and listened as the storm slowly faded. But her eyes never closed in peace. By dawn, her eyes were red. Her hair tangled and her hands trembled from fatigue. The queen entered with a sly smile. "Good morning, sweet princess. I trust you slept well?" The maiden sighed, her eyes weary from sleeplessness. "Oh, your majesty, I wish I could say yes. But I could hardly sleep a wink. There was something hard and uncomfortable beneath me, pressing through all the mattresses and blankets. My body aches because of it." The queen gasped. The prince's eyes widened with awe. Only a true princess could have felt the tiny pea beneath so many layers. The news spread quickly throughout the kingdom. The prince had found his true princess. Bells rang from the castle tower, villagers danced in the square, and a grand feast was prepared. The pea was carefully placed in a crystal box and displayed in the royal treasury, so all could see it as proof of the princess's sensitivity and truth. Soon after, the prince and the princess were married in a splendid celebration filled with music, flowers, and joyous laughter. At last, the prince had found the desire of his heart. Not merely a princess in title, but a true princess, gentle, honest, and full of sensitivity. And the princess found a kingdom that valued her honesty, cherished her gentleness, and returned her love with sincerity. And so, the tale of the princess and the pea was remembered for generations. Children learned that true nobility lies not in crowns or riches but in honesty, kindness, and the ability to notice the small things that others often overlook.